Hello there. My name is Yannick Winter. I'm a game sound designer, and this is my breakdown of implementation, sound design, and integration of the Unreal Engine 5 demo project, Hour of Code. And you can find a link for the demo project in the description of this video. Let's have a look at the few features that I've integrated into this level, starting with a footstep system. Now, this footstep system is basically dependent by speed. Both foley of the player character and his footsteps change depending on the speed of the character. There's basically 3 different states in Wwise, which would be walk, run, and sprint. And then we have 3 different types of surfaces, which would be grass, concrete, and wood. Another cool feature that was achieved by Unreal Blueprints is the spline audio follower. If we have a look over here, we can see there's 2 splines set on each side of these floating islands and also additional splines in between these islands. This spline audio follower blueprint is made of 3 sections basically. The first section up here is pretty basic. At event begin play, we post the audio event. The next part is the spline audio follower, and it's made of 2 sections. The first section is updated every frame. We set the character reference, and then we fire up a custom function, which I call move audio. Move audio is the third part of the script, and it's basically setting the world location of our AK component along the spline by finding the closest world location along the spline in reference to the epic character. That way, each and every time the character walks by a spline, the spline gets updated every tick and the audio follows the spline along. For the character movement, we're going inside the run animation blueprint, and we're setting all of these animation notifiers. Every time the animation notifier for either running or walking is triggered, we have the Wwise surface detection function here. Now, the Wwise surface detection is a custom function I made, which is basically using a line trace. With this line trace, we're reading out whichever surface type underneath the character gets triggered. And this result sets then the switch in our Wwise session. So the function for jumping can be a little bit different because we have this little jumping power-up over here. So with this power-up, we get super speed, super jump speed, and we can jump a little bit higher. Every time the animation notifier plays the jump, we are doing a cast to the epic character, and we're getting from the character movement the jump Z velocity. This is basically the variable that gets changed once the power-up is picked up and the player jump height is changed. After the cast, we are following the same sequence. We are setting the RTCP value depending on the jump Z velocity, and then we're posting the jump event. So if we have a look at Wwise, we can see that we are creating another game sync, which is called jump and super jump. And this is based on an RTCP. So for the jumping switch, we can see that if the jump velocity is under 900, we're playing the regular jump sound. Once it reaches over 900, the switch goes to super jump, and we're playing the super jump sound. When it comes to these floating islands, I'm triggering a little bit of debris sound and also a little whoosh sound once these items and islands start moving. This is realized by the level sequence here for these little animations. I have simply added AK audio events to these level sequences so that whenever they move, they play a little bit of a whoosh sound followed by a little bit of a dusting sound. Additionally, we have a little bit of a ambient system that switches in between indoors and outdoors. You can slightly hear the outdoor ambience, but now you are more hearing the room tone inside this little hall, and also a reverb on the footsteps. once you go outside, the regular ambience comes back. Also, the sounds for the spline audio followers become more noticeable. And once we go back inside, gets quieter. Now this is realized by an RTCP in Wwise. So basically every indoor sphere has this sort of indoor box which sets a reverb, and it also sets an RTCP. And this RTCP in Wwise basically fades away something of the bass ambience to make it fit in better. And that's it. Please reach out to me if you have any questions about this, and thank you so much for watching.